evening, everyone, and welcome to Check It Out, the library talk show that lets you know what's happening in and around the Bethel Park Public Library. We're your hosts, Elaine Volpe
and Christine McIntosh, and September is
Love Your Library Month.
So thanks to the generosity of the Jack Buncher Foundation, all participating Allegheny County libraries will receive a prorated portion of a $200,000 match pool to support any general operations. All donations received during the month of September, up to a maximum of $500 per donor per library, will count towards the match pool. So it's not a dollar for dollar match. We try and explain this every year. Last year it was like 26 cents on the dollar, which is great, which means that libraries are raising
Absolutely.
a lot of money during that month. So to help us along with that, we have our annual golf outing, which will be Monday, September 25th at Nemacolin Country Club in Bellsville, PA, out on Route 40. As of today, we have 118 golfers.
Nice.
We have about $30,000 in sponsorship from local and regional businesses. And of course, you know how Andy's always looking for how to raise even more money. So this year we were doing a golf ball drop.
Oh, the ball drop. This is fun.
So if you don't play golf, which I don't, but I'm there busy working all day. If you don't play golf, but you still want to support our event, we are selling 1,000 numbered golf balls. So you get a ticket that has a number on it that corresponds to one of these numbered balls. And at 4:30 p.m. on Monday, September 25th, the Bethel Park Volunteer Fire Department is bringing their ladder truck out, and we'll have the balls in a big garbage can, and they are dumping them out onto the putting green, and the ball that is closest to the flag that's in one of the putting holes will win $1,000. So one winner, you have, what?
And what is it to purchase? Is it $20?
It's $10 a ticket. $10 a ticket. You can get 5 for $40 and 10 for $75. You can purchase them at the library, at EV True Value Hardware, or online. You can look at our website, and there's a link there. We use Rally Up, which is a great tool for fundraising for raffles for nonprofits. So that's one way. Second way, we're having our annual used book sale, which is sponsored by the Friends of the Library. That will be September 16th, which is Saturday from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. and Sunday, September 17th from noon until 3. This is hosted in council chambers. Hardback books are $2, children's books and paperbacks are $1. And there's going to be a special local author table too. So
nice.
It will be really, really nice. So make your donation to the library this month. It does go a long way into helping us, more so for buying stuff for classes and programs, and just getting our name and what our services
what we do,
out there.
And it is greatly appreciated. And one of our families, and I don't want to mention them, but he stopped me at the end of the summer bash that we were at Simmons a couple weeks ago, and he actually asked about this because he said he missed last year, and so he was going to make up for it this year.
Awesome.
And he was just very much looking forward to supporting us. So we really do appreciate it, and like Christine just said, it helps us better serve you.
Indeed.
Because we use it towards things that we need for our programs.
Indeed. And I'm going to go on a little soapbox moment here. Speaking of library services, I've been hearing commercials on the radio over and over for Audible and Babbel, which are pay services for ebooks and language learning. Don't purchase them. Do not purchase subscriptions to these services. You have access to thousands and thousands of audiobooks through Libby or Hoopla, and language lessons through Mango. It's all free with your library card.
So free. And if you're not, and it's very simple to use, but if you're not sure how to set that up, we are always available.
We're always available to
come on
help.
in and we will show you and walk you through step by step.
Yeah. So you can like with Libby, you can download the app. I have it on my phone. I have it on my tablet. You can also use it on any Windows device.
And I do hear some people say they just don't like to wait for a book, but with
Understood.
Hoopla, yeah,
With Hoopla, and that's what I was going to say. So Hoopla does have a smaller selection of audiobooks, but they're always available. There's no holds. You don't have
Right.
to wait in line. And then with Mango Language, it teaches actual conversation skills. I just went back 2 weeks ago and looked at it because I haven't used it for some time. But they have like vocabulary cards and then words and sentences. And then you can, in a lesson, you can hear like a native speaker say something, and then you can record yourself. And
Oh,
then
I didn't know that.
they will judge, they will tell you if you're pronouncing things correctly or how to, what you need to work on, what sounds. And then for kids, we have Little Pims and Duolingo, which is also free with your library card. So, in this world of subscription services for everything, they're free. They're free at the library. Don't use your money
yeah.
for these subscription services. Save it for,
Take advantage of the free ones.
Yes, indeed. Okay, so that was my moment. Just to,
Well said.
it's been
And
bothering
I think
me.
it was important.
So we have some fun stuff coming up for adults, some programs and classes. First, we have Wise Walk, which will start on Thursday, September 7th at 9:30 a.m. They meet at South Park. So it's just geared towards those 50 and older. And so it's 10 weeks of walking and talking and just enjoying and making new friends. We do have a nice core group that Carla walks with, and we always, there's always a few new ones we do it in the fall for 10 weeks and then again in the spring. And
And is there a limit to how many people can
no,
join? No,
no,
I didn't think
there
so.
is no limit. There is no limit. And you go at your own pace too. Like it
Yeah.
they usually have 10 minimum and then up to so many.
Yeah.
And some people like to walk faster than
So
others.
I'm a fast walker.
Elaine's a very fast walker.
Again,
We have Immaculate, How the Steelers Saved Pittsburgh on Thursday, September 7th at 6:30. Join co-author Tim Olenek as he talks about their book, Immaculate. The Immaculate Reception is arguably the greatest play in NFL history made by the Pittsburgh Steelers. How the Steelers Saved Pittsburgh's author, one of them, will explore how the play became the catalyst for 4 Super Bowl victories, the Steelers' massive growth, and the resurgence of the city of Pittsburgh. It all happened at a time.
it's so exciting. Is it silly that I just got chills? I still get chills when I, hear talk about the Immaculate Reception.
Yes, and it was a time when Pittsburgh needed, the mills were
Yeah,
closing, and
for sure.
and it lifted Pittsburgh's spirits
Yes.
for sure.
Yes.
And I'm happy that football season's back. I do watch the Steelers.
Yeah, I'm ready to go too.
We have Moving Into and Through Pregnancy with Ease on Wednesday, September 13th at 6:30 p.m. This is presented by Renee Farah. She's a registered nurse. So this is a program that seeks to ease the process of pregnancy at all stages before, during, and postpartum. Learn what you can do to reduce worry, stress less, and find strategies for relaxation to enjoy the journey and create better outcomes. My nephew and his wife she's very pregnant.
Very pregnant. Yeah.
Andrea, she's due September 22nd.
Remember you saying that she's
Yeah,
out there.
I saw her 2 weeks ago and I was like, holy cow, how big is that baby going to be? And you have to remember, they're very tall. Like Eric's 6'3", Andrea's 6 foot.
Yeah, so probably have a big baby.
Yes, so.
Well, what an important class. I think that's so great that we're offering that.
Yes, and I think it's, a lot of the hospitals do this too, but theirs are more instructional, like
Sure.
Lamaze classes or how to bath your baby.
Right.
And this is more, reduce your stress.
it's a
Enjoy
little more
the
personal.
journey.
Absolutely. And I loved being pregnant. I really did. I remember my first trimester being so exhausted, like really, really tired. But other than that, I absolutely loved being pregnant.
Really?
Right. But in that last month, it can get uncomfortable. And I was down in the Arkansas heat. It was like, we had air conditioning, thank goodness. But like when you're outside, and I just remember that last month, as much as I enjoyed having him inside me and being able to feel him, it was really uncomfortable at certain
Yeah.
points. So having strategies to manage
Right.
that, like, would be really helpful. And I think that's a great class.
Awesome, yes.
A lot of people, everybody's different, right? Everybody's
Right.
pregnancies differ, and a lot of people's symptoms, of course, differ. So
Right.
any way to
Well,
deal with those.
come and let Renee Farah help you reduce your fear so that you feel more calm, confident, peaceful, and loving.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's such an exciting time, right?
I know. I can't
I know
wait.
you're excited
I'm
to
very
meet.
excited.
They don't have a name picked out yet.
McKenna Jean McIntosh.
Oh, I love that, McKenna Jean.
Yes.
That has a nice ring to it.
Well, Jean is a family name, and like Andrea is Andrea Jean.
Yeah.
So that was her grandma's name. So it's McKenna Jean McIntosh.
That's wonderful.
And Bill, my husband, keeps saying, well, they told me Tyler, his son, was going to be a girl, and it was a boy. So
Oh, geez. So do they? Yeah. Do they have a backup name? Just
I
in
don't think
case?
so. Baby boy McIntosh, I guess.
McKenna Jean. I wonder if they'll end up calling her MJ.
I
I
don't
like
know, that-
McKenna,
well,
but like I could see.
Yes, McKenna McIntosh is a lot. Like we were
Yeah.
calling her Micmac for McKenna
That's
McIntosh,
cute.
Micmac. So I don't know.
Aw,
We'll see.
So exciting.
Yes. On Wednesday, September 20th at 6:30, we have What a Romance Novel Needs, presented by author Paula oh, this is going to be a tough one. Minjak. So this is a brainstorming exercise for the author and the audience, and the audience will get to suggest ideas on characteristics and development of like their main characters, the best and worst things in romance novels, such as do you want to use curse words, how explicit are you going to be about their intimate moments, and any violence. I don't think violence belongs in a romance novel, but that's my
agree.
personal opinion. Discussion of book covers. What's your favorite style? Do you want like, the bodice ripper body picture,
Yeah.
a face, or like a setting, a scene?
Yeah. Fun.
So come and join us for this interactive and fun event. Another Pittsburgh item, we have Notorious Pittsburgh on Thursday, September 28th at 6:30 p.m. This is presented by author Chris Whitlatch, author and storyteller, and for the past several years he's been hosting 2 walking tours in downtown Pittsburgh, telling stories of Pittsburgh's notorious past. He's collected those stories as well as several others of his favorite into this book, Notorious Pittsburgh, including stories of Pittsburgh's first bank robbery, a famous jailbreak, as well as several stories from our former red light district and the Prohibition era.
Ooh. We've done ghost tours when we've traveled to conferences before. And when I was in Seattle, we just did a food tour. And it got me thinking, does Pittsburgh, I figured they did, but I just don't know of them, right? Because I'm not a tourist here. So we actually
do
have walking tours too.
We
And
do,
we
yes.
probably have a food tour.
I don't know, but if we don't, we should.
We totally
because
should.
We have some really great ethnic restaurants
Yeah,
in the
for sure.
city.
But that sounds like fun. And what is the date of that one again?
That is September 28th, which is a Thursday. Thursday, September 28th. So if you enjoy stories of Pittsburgh, I've put together this month a curated list of good Pittsburgh reads that feature our city.
Excellent.
So check this out.
Steel industry and immigration history, it's no wonder that there are a number of books set in Pittsburgh. If you want to move beyond the well-loved classics like Out of This Furnace and Valley of Decision, or the Michael Chabon novels, boy, do I have a list of some of the best written, most engaging books for you. Carnegie's Maid by Marie Benedict and published in 2018. Housemaid Clara's steely resolve and uncanny business insight gain Carnegie's trust, but she cannot reveal her past, even when Carnegie becomes more than just an employer. Carnegie's Maid is a mesmerizing tale of 19th century historical fiction that asks what kind of woman could have inspired an American dynasty by spurring Andrew Carnegie's transformation from ruthless industrialist to the world's first true philanthropist. The Tears of Yesteryear by Julie Tulba, published in 2019. In the first decade of the 20th century, nearly 10 million immigrants journeyed to America in search of a better life. Thousands settled in Homestead, Pennsylvania, a city where the skies were always black, the steel mills were always roaring, and life was bleak and harsh. From the time she arrives at Ellis Island, Ava's life is never an easy one. It is filled with heartache and loss, but her life in America enables her to plant roots which eventually grow with the family she establishes there. Darkness Visible, a novel of the 1892 Homestead strike by Tilby Bush, published in 2012. This novel recreates the battle between strikers and company-hired Pinkerton guards in Homestead in the summer of 1892. Disowned by his minister father, university student Emlyn Phillips forsakes the bleak coalfields of South Wales to make a fresh start. Aided by his brother-in-law Gwyn Jones, he finds a job in the Homestead works of Carnegie Steel. As Emlyn struggles to find a niche in the new world, he must wrestle with the demons that drove him from the old. The Heiress of Pittsburgh by Ken Gormley, published in 2021. This is a twisty legal thriller with a cast of quirky, authentic characters from the various ethnic communities that have created the distinctive character of the Pittsburgh working class environment. The hold that the past has on the present, loves lost and found, the complex relationship between remembering and speaking the truth are the themes that add power to this truly gripping story. The Bend of the World by Jacob Bacharach, published in 2014. Set in Pittsburgh, where mighty strange doings like Bigfoot and UFOs are the backdrop, this madcap coming-of-age novel creates an entertaining, surreal satire of hipsters, corporations, and American life in the adolescent years of the 21st century. A very great debut novel. And if you didn't know, Kathleen George has written a series called Pittsburgh Police, or the Richard Christie Mystery Series, featuring Pittsburgh Police Commander Richard Christie solving crimes throughout our fair city. There are 6 books in the series to date. And Rebecca A. Miles has a series called Pittsburgh Murder Mysteries. And there are currently 2 books in this series featuring Dr. Kate Chambers, who's associated with a local university, and Chief Detective Stephen Yablonsky. I have 2 nonfiction titles that I recommend. First is The Johnstown Flood, written by David McCullough, published in 1968. David McCullough's remarkable gift for writing narrative nonfiction makes this book an absorbing classic portrait of life in 19th century America, and it also offers a powerful historical lesson. The danger of assuming that because people are in the positions of responsibility, they are necessarily behaving responsibly, and those who didn't were responsible for the drowning of more than 2,000 people in the Johnstown region. And Meet You in Hell. Andrew Carnegie, Henry Clay Frick, and the Bitter Partnership That Changed America, published in 2005. This book tells the riveting story of Andrew Carnegie, Henry Clay Frick, and the bloody steelworkers strike that transformed their fabled partnership into a furious rivalry. Set against the backdrop of the Gilded Age, Meet You in Hell captures the majesty and danger of steel manufacturing, the rough and tumble of the business world, and the fraught relationship between the world's richest man and the ruthless coke magnate to whom he entrusted his companies. The result is an extraordinary work of popular history that reads like a novel. So come on in and check out one today, or borrow the ebook from the comfort of your home through the Libby app.
So I had to read Out of This Furnace when I was in graduate school, and I loved
okay.
it very much. And but it got me thinking there has to be more currently published titles. So that's what got me thinking about making that list of Pittsburgh
Excellent.
reads. So
Yeah.
or use your Libby app. Like I said, use your Libby app if
There you go.
if you don't want to come in or for whatever reason. But that's what's going on for adults. So turning it over to you.
All
Missy
right,
Lane.
over to children's. So family programs coming up. Our second Saturdays will start again. So we have a Craft Away Saturday event every second Saturday of the month, and it happens at 2 p.m. So our first one is Saturday, September 9th, and Miss Nancy has a fun story to share, and then this cute little craft. I decided to bring him down to show our audience. Look how adorable.
Aww.
And so can you show what that is?
It looks like the Pope. Doesn't it?
It's a squid.
Oh.
I mean, maybe, you know.
Yeah, it's
okay.
the hat. It was the hat.
Yeah. This is a squid. So she must have this cute little squid story to read, and then this is what you'll be making. And I love it because it's just recycled toilet paper tubes,
yeah.
yarn that we have plenty of in our craft closet, construction paper, and of course, googly eyes. So you can come make that with your family on Saturday, September 9th. Our evening family story times will also start back up this month. First one being Monday, September 18th. You can join Miss Heather at 6:30 p.m. This is fun for all ages, and then there's always an activity afterwards. Story times start back up next week, actually, right around the corner. Toddler Tuesdays will begin on Tuesday, September 5th at 10 and 11 a.m. Mother Goose on the Loose, Wednesday, September 6th at 10 and 11 a.m. And I should say these run every week until the week of that last week of October, right? So we run on 8-week cycles. Baby Jam will start on Thursday, September 7th and run until October 26th, again, 10 and 11 a.m. Preschool Power will start on Friday, September 8th and run until October 27th at 10 and 11 a.m. No registration needed for our story times. We hope you will just drop by and join in on the fun. Almost Kindergarten also starts up on Tuesday, September 12th. This is for preschoolers who will be starting kindergarten next year.
fall.
Miss Heather has a wonderful kindergarten readiness class, and that runs on the same cycle as story times, but it does run all throughout the year. And she'll have a little graduation ceremony in May. That's always a lot of fun. Monday morning meetups on Monday, September 11th. You can just come and play at the library, which, yes, you can do all the time, and we have families do that in our play area. But the Monday morning meetups, kind of we designate the program room as another additional play area, and Miss Nancy will have different items set up for free play. And that'll start at 10 a.m., and you can just drop by anytime in the morning. I have my fun Monday morning romp silliness. I love to be silly, and so one Monday a month I'm going to do Giggle and Wiggle, and September's is scheduled for the 18th, and I will do one at 10 and 11 a.m. For this one, we do ask that you register, just so I have an idea of how many people are coming. You can begin registering at the beginning of the month, so September 1st, which I can't believe is here, like in
I know.
2 days. It's crazy. Math Lab will be starting back up for 5th and 6th graders and middle schoolers and high schoolers as well. So even though you're at the start of the year, it's great if you feel like you get to math class and you know that you're going to maybe have a hard time, or the material seems a little challenging, or maybe you just want a refresher from last year and you just want to gain that confidence. Now's the time to do it. Miss Megan is doing it by appointments this year. So starting at 6 p.m., I think is when she wants to do it. And anytime throughout the evening, she will schedule a time with you to sit and meet for 30 minutes. You are welcome to bring your homework, bring your assignments, and she will go over them with you. So we're very fortunate to have that service, and we hope that you'll take advantage of it. Again, it's for anybody in grades 5 and 6, 7th and 8th, and even on into high school as well. We have our open art studio on Wednesday, September 6th. So tap into your creative abilities. Come use our supplies. Anything we have in the craft closet is open to use, and you can make your own creative masterpiece. Chess Club starts this month because we had a lot of interest in younger kids learning the game, wanting to know how to play chess. So we have the Queen's Gambit coming in to teach these classes for us. It's a beginner's chess class, and it is open for all ages, really, kindergarten through 6th grade. So you do need to register for that. Again, do so by September 1st. We'll be doing What's Cooking again, and our first class is scheduled for Tuesday, September 12th. And I think I decided to do this one. We're going to make blueberry cake.
Yum.
Doesn't that sound good? This
Yes.
is an adorable and really short story, but that's good because it'll give us more time to indulge in making the recipe. So if you want to try some blueberry cake with us, sign up for that class on the 12th. Teens, we have stuff going on for you guys too. I know it's a busy time of the year, start back to school, but if you have some free time, we're starting a crochet club. And the first one, we're going to meet on Saturdays, and the first one is Saturday, September 16th. So if you're interested in that, check it out.
Who is teaching at Crochet Club?
We have a teen who loves it and just wants to share her knowledge and feels confident that she'll be able to teach.
I want. I might.
But we have
Pop in to
we
see.
have some staff members who also know. So certainly, if she needs help or if she gets a
Yeah.
big group, we'll have other people available to assist her. But yeah, she's ready to share
I
her
enjoy
knowledge.
crocheting. I'm not very good at it. And Michelle, our circ supervisor, has always helped me whenever I was working on some projects. I have not done it for a couple years. And
Well, you can start now and you can work on
Yes.
those Christmas gifts. I always think it's such a nice, I love handmade Christmas gifts.
I love doing it too. It's such a
Yeah.
a thrill to see, that you're just like knotting yarn or you know intertwining it, and it comes out to be something. So
And Jimmy crochets as well, doesn't he?
and
have
knits, he crochets
or
and knits.
Yes,
He does both. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
'cause I've
enjoy
seen
it.
his scarf and hat sets.
I have a hat from Jimmy. Yes,
Do you?
I do.
Lucky you. So what else? And then Dungeons and Dragons is going to continue throughout the school year. So if you're interested in playing D&D, we now have another adult volunteer that's going to help us DM or Dungeon Master. So that's good because we can never have enough of those. So if you're interested in playing the game, you come with a character already created. And if you don't, that's okay. We'll help you create one. And then you can come and join in on our D&D games. So yeah, I guess that's about it for the show. We'll have lots more stuff later in the fall, but that's what's coming up in September.
I just want to remind everyone that Sunday hours for the library resume on Sunday, September 10th. We have changed our hours. We're here from 12 to 4 now on Sundays. And then the library, wait, I can't read this. I want to make sure I got it. Okay. Saturday, September 9th is Community Day. The library will not open until noon that day because the parade assembles in our parking lot and the parade starts at 10. So
Right. So yeah, I mentioned those second Saturdays. Miss Sarah usually does a story time in the morning, and then Nancy does her craft away. There will be no Mother Goose on the Loose that morning simply because we're closed because of Community Day. Nancy is still having her craft away though because that's being held at 2. So yeah, thanks for mentioning that.
awesome.
Well, as always, if you'd like any more information on any of the things that we talked about on today's show, you know what to do. Go ahead and give us a call,
Visit our fabulous website.
or better yet, stop in and see us in person. Until next time, everybody, take care.